Web3 has the possibility to expand our mind and expand our tent pegs to what is possible.
Communities like this is that we come together to create the solutions that we want in the world.
The community needs your story, so come join us.
Technology is a tool to impact and bring God's kingdom here on earth.
Right? Play to earn, that's where the game changer comes in.
Well, Web3 is all about asset.
What you have to say is what's needed to be said in Hollywood.
People are looking for the miraculous.
Part of taking back some of that ground.
You are bringing the light into such a dark, dark place.
Very focused on, impacting people.
And just getting started. Participate.
Our partnership it's helping to cut that code of poverty.
Mentorship, entrepreneurship, and faith. These are your pillars to success.
We have given a solution that we have brought this people from Sony, Disney, and Marvel to solve. Will you be a part of this?
And what if I told you that NFT communities are now building through art something that is long-lasting, it's legacy?
Eric Skeldon might well be the premier kingdom thought leader in the Web3 and NFT space.
I want you to know personally that I know Eric, and God is going to use this to advance the kingdom.
NFTs are keys. Our ecosystem, we're building up people to even launch their own projects, and even we have an NFT launch course coming out that is going to show you guys how to actually do this, what we've done, and duplicate it. Kingdom Warriors, we are a family of warriors all over who want to make impact in the arts and entertainment space, in the business mountain, using technology, using storytelling, making epic creations with our hands, with our brains. Really, it's just an amazing community of warriors who want to impact culture and shape culture. Come on, what is going on, warriors? That was amazing. That was like a reminiscing on some amazing stuff. Man, thank you guys. What's up from Scotland? Let us know where you're tuning in from. It's Eric here in Denton, Texas. We've been, planning, praying for you. Happy Everlight Day. Let's see if my thing still does those. I used to do these like cool little things. My daughter, come on, shout out to my daughter. She is coming in from Denton. I got my daughter actually behind me at an office over here, working with me. Emerald, do you want to come say hello?
I just commented on your last video.
All right, Emerald's working with me today. She's my sidekick, battle buddy today. Always have a battle buddy. Out in the world, you need to have a battle buddy. You need to have warriors, around you. You need to be associated with people. I know the world is telling you, stay isolated, stay on your own, do your own thing, but you need accountability. You need, God created us to be amongst people, to fellowship, even for us introverts, any introverts in the building, I know, I like being by myself. I like, I think how I think, and not everyone thinks like me. And I used to think, I was so different, so different, and, nobody gets me, and I'm an outsider. But, I found a tribe of warriors that did get me. And, there were people from all over the world who also were, crazy warriors, fired up for God, fired up for transforming industries, fired up for what's possible with family, with friendship, with creation, with tapping into the mind of Christ, and really just stoked to see what is possible. If the link is broken, refresh this, you guys, refresh it. We're here in Facebook right now. We also are on YouTube, so you can get this, catch this. But we want to take you on a journey of what God has done with Kingdom Warriors, and really this global movement of all of you guys, through the art and through everything. I want to show real quickly this megaverse. God was really showing us about building worlds, building kingdom cities, reclaiming the kingdom. Isaiah 61 talks about restoring the ancient ruins. So let me show you guys this cool world we built, and now something we're building as well. Come on, you guys, smash the heart button for what is possible with creation, what is possible about having a vision, and being able to create what you have the vision for having a better vision for the future, for your family, for your city, for your sphere, for your industry. You may be in the marketing industry, you may be in the gaming industry, you may be in real estate, you may be online, and thinking is what is possible for us to build. And really anything is possible. The Bible says anything is possible, for those who believe. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. We have people in Germany can't watch due to data limitations. Well, we just increase your data limitations so you'll have more data to watch the stream in Germany. So anyways, let me pull up something for you guys, kind of take you on a little journey. We have been quite on the journey. Smash the heart button. Let us know. Let Facebook know you guys are here, that we are representing strong, and you guys are the future. You guys are it. So Kingdom Warrior started out as an idea. We raised $50,000 back in 2021 for the idea of building this art in this world of Eladria into something that was more, something that could be a story for all of us. Really, I came out of this whole orphan mentality really in 2018, 2019. I really started discovering the kingdom. I started discovering my identity, discovering more of my potential in my late 20s. The past 10 years had other people speaking life into me, calling the gold out, calling out leadership, calling out things I didn't know that was inside me. That the kingdom is all within me. I just had to activate it. I had to start believing it. I had to start seeing the vision for my life. Like, what is possible with my life? What is possible for my wife and I and our kids? Is it the limitations of my parents? Is it the limitations of my family, Hispanic, Latino family that, usually just works in middle America, works a job, doesn't really travel much, doesn't really do anything. Was what I saw and what I experienced, was what was possible? Or is there a God out there? Do we truly believe a God who is able to do all things, is able to do more than we can ask, think, or imagine, is able to help us be more than conquerors, is able to help us become more, more through what Jesus has paid for. Jesus took the keys of sin, Hades, and death, and he gave us, a new creation, a new life. And what did that new life look like? Like, are we really able to break free from the old limitation, the old limiting beliefs, the old, woe is me, college was tough, school was tough, I was ADD, I was ADHD, I was labeled dyslexic. Do we have to live in a life where we just take what the world says about you, and now you're just stuck there, and it's not true. So Kingdom Warriors really was birthed out of the ideas: what would it look like if we can transform tons of thousands, and in the future millions of people, through films, through games, through card games, through movies, through television, through music, through public speaking, through events, through virtual experiences. What would it look like if we can help transform people through these mediums where we can reach people? And so, my background was in software sales. Before that, worked a lot of different jobs, was fired from a lot of different jobs. told, I was I don't know, probably too much of a, I always tried to transform the industry I was in, but I was like a low level employee. So they didn't want me to try to change things up, so I didn't really fit in some of the things. But in sales, I was able to perform well in sales, got really good at one-to-one sales. And once I was able to make revenue for companies, then they like you because you can bring results. If you could bring a company $1 million, they're going to be happy because they're like, we want 10 of you, we want 100 of you, someone who can come to our company and bring $1 million in revenue. And that's where I kind of found my first value, was in being able to perform and try to make my parents proud by earning a lot of income in corporate America, finishing my business degree, all those things. And I found out that, making a lot of money, making six figures in corporate America wasn't going to make me happy. It wasn't going to make my parents happy. It wasn't going to make them necessarily proud of me like I thought it would. And, I had a whole forgiveness of my father, forgiveness of my dad, thinking, I needed more love from him, thinking I needed more, performance and striving, and really just learned to just love my dad. He was a South African hardworking guy, came here from South Africa, got a tennis scholarship, ended up getting, getting his MBA and, doing all these things, very like just hardworking, working corporate America his whole life. And, just all that stuff, and just was able to just be like, man, he's just a bloke from South Africa. He did the best he can with what his dad gave him. And then, just really just learned the father's love for me, and got mentors around me, got in communities, kingdom communities where people spoke into the business anointing, to marketplace ministry. Started reading books like that I recommend to people, like Ecclesia from Dr. Ed Silvoso, Anointed for Business, Rediscovering the Kingdom by Dr. Miles Monroe. Watching a lot of stuff from Dr. Miles Monroe. I would definitely recommend. He passed away way too soon, but his trainings on the kingdom really impacted me a lot. I ended up publishing an Amazon best-selling book with my wife and some other amazing kingdom leaders, The Kingdom Mind. Now we have about 3 best-selling books out there: Wealth with Purpose, Kingdom Real Estate Secrets. And just through just faith and belief in myself, I just started going after things. I didn't care if I had to be perfect. I didn't care if I had to, think I knew it all. I knew that in the kingdom, there was someone who can help me. In the kingdom, there was someone who can partner with me, someone that was good at art, someone that was good at movies, someone that was good at what I was not good at. And that's something for you guys today. It is time to start the project. It's time to start the dream. It's time to start the thing that you thought wasn't possible because you were afraid of failure. You were afraid of what would my friends and family say if I didn't succeed, if I wasn't successful in this endeavor. Is everyone going to make fun of me? Who cares? It doesn't matter if anyone makes fun of you, or if anyone laughs at your new idea, or laughs at your dream, or laughs at your you trying something. The one, they're not paying your bills, and two, it's like you're going to have to try something to ever be successful. You're gonna have to try something and fail. You're gonna have to try something and learn and improve and adapt and get better and better. So, fear has killed more dreams than one, not having resources, or fear of and never starting has killed so many dreams. So, in Kingdom Warriors, we want to be an incubator for your dreams. We want to be an incubator for, you guys being a part of what we're building, and you being sewed into that and part into that and have benefits. But we also want to see your guys' visions and dreams. And that can even be starting a coffee shop that spreads light and love and the kingdom through your coffee shop. It could be through starting the restaurant you always wanted to start, or starting the bakery, or starting, to be a stay-at-home mom and quit your job and learn how to, just be a stay-at-home mom, and or whatever it is. So, work from home. We kind of talked about this, but we raised $50,000. We hired a team that's worked with Sony, Disney, and Marvel, and the Kingdom Warriors community. We ended up reaching 2018 and 19, 81 nations. 81 nations, guys. Type in 81 in the comments. And now we have a film entertainment deal and an epic film franchise called Legends of Eladria. We ended up landing a Lord of the Rings actor. Put Lord of the Rings in the comments. How many of you guys have seen Lord of the Rings? Put yes, I've seen Lord of the Rings, or no, I have not. If you haven't, go to, anyways, look at one of the streaming platforms. A couple of them have all three of them, the trilogy, but we have one of the OGs, John Rhys Davies, narrating our series. And we have some recent updates on that. We are actually working on a theater release. We have some distribution partners who want us to turn it into a regular film. We were going to do a trilogy, big films, and then do a prequel that was going to be a 4-part miniseries. But the distributors and the partners we're talking to all want us to turn it into a film and do a theater release first. So get ready and get excited. We're working on that and have some amazing stuff that's going to be coming down the pipeline for that. And as we're cutting it into the film, and John Rhys Davies, we're actually going to have him be in it. We're going to actually shoot him in it is the goal, and have him narrate it, but also be in the film, his face. So that's going to be exciting. So there's a lot of cool things happening with that. But back to you guys, you guys were the key. You guys, the warriors, are always the key. The people, we the people, are always the key. You guys are the key to unlock greatness within you, the kingdom within you. You're the key to unlock creativity. You're the key to change culture. You're the key to change the education industry, the music industry, the film industry. We are the keys, and that's what we want to get people to understanding and really rise up kingdom people to come together to understand that we are powerful beings. We are powerful light beings that Jesus has helped to co-create with him, that has given us his spirit to say, now I want you to start walking in your anointing, walk in what I've done for you, receive the things and the dreams I've given you, and actually see them manifest in your city, see them manifest in your family, see them manifest in your life. And don't be afraid of failure. Don't be afraid of, because in heaven, they're not thinking about failure. They're not thinking about money. They're not thinking about lack. The streets are made of gold. People are all conquering and crushing it. My daughter's creating some amazing art. Let's see what you made. She made a mountain of light. So you're like a little light trail getting up to the mountain. I taught my daughter how to use DALL-E 3 on ChatGPT. So my kids are going to be like creating epic storyboards for, they're working on some children's coloring books right now using DALL-E 3. And it's an amazing future we have when we're not afraid, of what's possible, and we're not afraid of our identity. So that's a little bit of the message I wanted to share. Let me know, is that for someone? Did someone receive that? Let me know if you received that. Yeah, my daughter Emerald Rose, she really is a genius. We want to get her in acting and film and stuff. She's amazing making YouTube videos. Told you, theaters, praise God. Come on. Yeah, we're gonna get it in theaters, guys. We're gonna get it going. So if you're in California, you're in we're gonna get 600 theaters in the best places. So come on, coming in from Harrisburg. Come on. So good. Denmark. I love Denmark. I love Marianne. Come on, so good. Okay, so let me bring up some of our team. Hunter. Hunter, what is going on, my brother?
What is up, guys? It's good to see everybody. Good to see you in the chat. What's up, Eric?
So you guys, Hunter was the one, his team for 6 months helped build the Megaverse. So Hunter, talk about that, how you came on with Kingdom Warriors, building, helping with that. You came on that prayer call and had a solution from heaven and a way for us to build the Megaverse, but you also had a whole like music album. Tell them about that so they can go rewatch that if they haven't on Spotify, or listen to that. And
yeah,
then,
so
we'll get into what's coming forward.
Yeah, so it's been really fun. God has had me on a crazy adventure with Kingdom Warriors, and I've loved every minute of it. We very, very early in the early days before Gen 1 launched and all that stuff, I had had interactions with Eric. We had become friends through some other, church related stuff. And then I saw the stuff about Kingdom Warriors and was really excited about it. Got in as a Gen 1 holder. I have 2 Gen 1s. I love them. But then a few months later, I had been working on a lo-fi album. I'm a producer by day. Obviously, I work for a church, but I'm a producer and do a lot of music production and things. So I'd been working on a lo-fi album, and the Lord woke me up in the middle of the night and showed me the album that I was getting ready to release. And he grabbed the album in this dream from me, and he swiped the front of it. And when he swiped the front of it, the logo changed to Kingdom Warriors. And then he started taking discs out of the pack basically and showing them to me. And he started showing me names of songs for this thing, Warriors Way and Warriors Dream and things like that. So I texted Eric when it got to be a reasonable time, and I said, "Hey, bud, I need to talk to you about something." And in the middle of that conversation, I just told him, and I told him about what God had showed. And he says, "Dude, we've been talking about doing an album. We've been talking about working towards this album release, and you just named off a bunch of the songs we've been talking about making the titles for the album." So I felt like the Lord was saying, give that music and get involved. So we did that, and we got to release the Legends of Eledria EP, or whatever you want to call it. It's on Spotify and everything. You can actually find it. I think it's under Kingdom Warriors Music or something of that sort. I'm sure somebody's got a link. But that was a super awesome experience. And then maybe, I don't know, a month or so after we got done with that, I was sitting here in the studio and I was working with one of my team members on another project, and the Lord stopped me and said, "Join the prayer call right now." And I was like, "What prayer call?" And right as he says join the prayer call, I open my phone and I look, and I have an email for an invitation to one of the prayer calls that they're doing for Kingdom Warriors. I jumped on, and they're already started, and they're talking about Minecraft of all things. And they're like, "We've got this Minecraft world. We don't know what to do with it. We gotta figure out something to make this into the multiverse we're talking about, the megaverse we're talking about." And I said, "Wait, is it just building in Minecraft?" And Eric was like, "I don't know. Here's the links on how it works. Let me know what you find." And I looked into it, and yeah, sure enough, it just needed a couple of Minecraft builders. So I said, "Dude, I'm a youth pastor. I've got a bunch of youth that play Minecraft. Let me throw this in front of them and see if they are cool with it, and I'll get involved too." So me and my team spent the next, I don't know what it was, 6 months or so last year, the back half of last year, building the Megaverse, and in that whole section that is now on OpenSea. You can go to I can't remember what they've got them called now, the Topia NFTs, and you can find the Eledria map on there. It's really cool to see it as an NFT. What we built.
Didn't we get an offer for like $3,000?
Yeah, our latest offer is like $3,500 for the NFT at this point.
So come on, we still got some valuable land. All right, keep going.
It's pretty. No, you're good, man. It's pretty awesome. I mean, that was a exciting moment for us when we started seeing those offers flow in, and getting to use some of the young people that are in the church to just say, "Hey, come be a part of this project." I have pictures of all of us. This space that you see behind me was filled with tables, and we had like 4 or 5 people with laptops all on a local server building together, and like, "Dude, you handle this, you handle this." And it was like every Monday night for 6 months, and Friday nights too. We were just going at it, and it was awesome. But to get to that point was a really cool thing, and we got done with that, and that server's still live. You guys can it's open to the public. We can, if you want to hit us up in the messages and stuff, we can get you access to that, because it's still up and running, and it's available to go walk around and all that good stuff, and even go outside of the build and play your own Minecraft game. Have a good time if you're a Minecraft player. But that was a cool project that we got to work on. I was super excited about it. And then we got to where we're at now. Earlier this year, about January or February, I got into a call with Eric and them, and in the middle of the call, the Lord just started talking to me about this idea with this card game, and then I got off that call, and he immediately just arrested me. And man, I can't even describe it. He started showing me all of this whole new aspect of Eledria, and through a ton of conversation with Eric, we came up with the idea of like going and doing a big fast forward in the timeline. So they're telling the movie stories over here, and then I don't know how many years, 1,000 years or so in the future is where we're telling these new stories, so that we can have the room to do what we need to do. But it's been really cool, Eric. I don't know how much you want me to jump into right away, but it's been a really cool process of coming together and working through some ideas and building something that's huge.
Yeah, so good. So yeah, let's get into kind of what we're building right now. And I guess just to start it off, I think the story, maybe you tell the story about the Tolkien estate and a little bit about Jared Tolkien, who he was, what he created that's still creating a legacy today, and kind of the story of even what happened with the Magic the Gathering acquiring the rights and publishing that, and how really for the kingdom, no one is shining light in that space. So therefore, if a family estate or whatever falls in the hands of whoever, it's like we're not shining bright enough. We're not representing in the fields we need to, whether it's education, government, whether it's family, whether it's every industry. We really have an opportunity to create and to be at the head and not the tail, and to be in leading in these innovating from heaven in these industries. And I believe we have the talent. I believe we have the mind of Christ. We have the talent. We have amazing artists. I've talked to people in the film industry that are amazing writers, amazing animators, amazing. Like, we're missing the leadership within the structures, and we're missing the capital, but we're also just sometimes missing the initiative to all come together and say, we have the talent, now let's build together and get the resources.
Yeah, it's a crazy world when you start looking at this world, whether you're looking at the card game industry and trading card games, or if you're looking at animation like anime, that's one of the fastest growing forms of entertainment in America, or you look at any of these fields, there's massive markets right now, and crazy storytelling that's going on, and there is a very limited scope of kingdom representation and very limited scope of availability when it comes to kingdom minded things. I called you, Eric, over the summer when I found out about the Tolkien estate partnering with Magic the Gathering. And don't get me wrong, I'm not like a hater or anything like that, but Magic the Gathering is attached to some things that aren't exactly what I agree with. I've got members on my team that used to be avid players, that as they've grown in their relationship with God, they felt like the Holy Spirit said, walk away from this because it's connected to some things that you don't need to be connected to. No hate on anything like that, but the reality is Tolkien, he was a believer, and he wrote Lord of the Rings and that whole story with a kingdom mind. It's not a Christian story, but it's written with a kingdom mind and a kingdom perspective. And man, it almost grieved me to know that the Tolkien estate, who is a massive organization at this point, multi millions of dollars, didn't have an option that was kingdom minded to partner with in this space. And it makes sense for them business wise to get into the space, because research is showing right now that this trading card game market is just booming. I mean, physical, digital, all the way across the board, it's just booming. So it for them to get involved with somebody just makes sense. And so the fact that we didn't have a kingdom opportunity for that, the fact that we're behind the 8 ball, so to speak, with that, as far as the mind of Christ goes and the kingdom of God goes, it was grieving to me to see that could have been a big opportunity. If we were the company that was 20 years ago building the game like that, then that could be. So those kinds of conversations led me here, man. Those kinds of conversations got me right where I'm at now. And the Lord started showing me this world, Eledria, from this different perspective, from this different, this different mindset, where with Legends of Eledria, we're telling this story of this king rising and overthrowing darkness. He started showing me this vision of this new era of Eledria that would be set way in the future, and that would be the servants of the Everlight are in control of the nation, and the king has established this big tournament that the guilds would come together every year and sharpen their skills, and it'd be like an iron sharpens iron competition for the guilds to come together and better each other and learn to work together and find their own weaknesses. So he starts showing me this, and I'm like, okay, God, what do you want to do with this? And he says, a card game. He says, start with a card game. And I'm like, okay, God, tell me how to do that. He says, call your friend. Call your friend. His name's Billy Parsons. He says, call Billy Parsons. And at the time, I did not know what Billy Parsons had in regards to this, but he says, call him. So in the morning, I called him and I said, Billy, I got this idea for a card game. I got the basics, and the Lord said to call you. And he said, man, you got to be kidding me. He said, I was heavily invested in Magic the Gathering. I had lots of cards, and the Lord told me I had to lay the game down because it wasn't doing what I needed to for my soul. He said, and since then, I've been begging for an opportunity to be a part of something. I've been praying for an opportunity to be a part of something that would bring a solution. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you a little bit about Challengers of the Realm. I want to talk to you a little bit about what we're doing. The idea is an all new part of the Eledrian IP, so to speak, the Kingdom Warriors intellectual property. We're birthing a whole new intellectual property that's based in what we're doing with Eledria. The 4 guilds are staying, the lore is staying, and we are building this whole new branch, and we're starting with the card game. So this is kind of where we're jumping off the page at, is this card game, Challengers of the Realm. I want to show you a little bit about the game. We're not going to get into heavy details or anything, but I just want to give you an update on what we're doing and show you how you can get involved. So Challengers of the Realm is a turn-based, I guess you call it a deck building trading card game where people are going to be able to build their decks, build their strategies, and come together to work together, or work with your deck and your build to take down your opponent and really better each other's skills at the game. We're working on multiple game modes and all kinds of different stuff in the future, but right now we're staying laser focused on this 1v1 game mode that we're really excited about. But here's where I was talking about. We started here. When I started looking into this world, God said a card game. So I started looking into the world, and what I found is that pretty well every major card game on the market today is either attached to some form of a cult, or it's just based in fear. And it's all something that my 5-year-old, if she were to grab it up and look at it, would cause her to say, Daddy, I don't like this. This doesn't make me feel comfortable. And what we want to do with Challengers of the Realm is make a game that is every bit as cool, every bit as fun, every bit as mechanically awesome. We are working day and night to get the strategies right, to get all of the balancing right, to do all the play testing and everything, so that we've got a top tier game, and we can avoid this stuff. We can avoid being the same as every other game that's on the market. This marketplace, when you start talking about card games, is huge. Like, I didn't realize how huge. They're saying that by the end of 2028 or 2029, I think it is, they're saying that this marketplace is going to be worth something like $38 billion a year. It might be 36. I can't remember. But $38 billion a year, they're saying, is flowing into these marketplaces, whether it be digital or physical card games. And so it's a massive opportunity in the sense of the kingdom getting involved. And like Eric said, we've got all the ideas, we've got all the creatives, we've got all the artists, we've got all the stuff, but we don't have the capital in a lot of times, and we don't have the connections at a lot of times to get things done. I believe that this is a great market for us to press into and to see a huge difference in what we can do as a kingdom. So let's talk about it. The 4 guilds, everybody, I've seen in the comments, it's super exciting. Everybody's, who's the weavers, who's the originators, who's the bringers. We're keeping all of this in the game. The game is built around the 4 guilds entirely. So the lore behind the 4 guilds is at the forefront of what we're doing. Every guild has its own way of playing. The envoys, we know them as the military guys. They're the brute force specialists. They're the guys that get in there on the front lines. So the envoy cards play like that. The way that the strategies play for those cards are all fast, boom, in your face. The originators are inventors, are economists, are people that are really working the strategy of how goods and things flow. So those cards are built around our gray system, and they're built around using and manipulating the way things play. Our weavers are our creatives. Our artists are artists, our musicians, our our poets, all those guys, and their play style is like that. It utilizes the creative ways to turn the battle on a hinge, shift the things around, and get things exactly where they want. And then our bringers, you know, man, those bringers, they see into the future, they see all the stuff going on, and they're all about insight and getting into the business of what their opponent's doing, and they play like that. So we're super excited, because the idea is that as you collect cards and you build your deck the way that you want to play, you can adjust your play style with the guilds. You can even combine guild play styles to make your own thing, to make your own strategies and build it out. So it's going to be a super big, awesome opportunity for everybody to just get creative on their own and build their own way of playing. We've got 5 types of cards in the game. We got our hero cards, which this is really cool. If you look closely on these hero cards, I don't know if you can see my mouse or not. I don't think you can. But if you look really closely on the hero card, there's a QR code on it. That's just a fake for now. It's a holder. But the QR codes, this is really cool for all of our existing NFT holders. We're building a database that's going to be available online at all times for challengers of the realm. We're building a database for our cards. That QR code is going to lead to that database. And on the database page for each hero card, it's actually going to have a direct link to the NFT that the hero is derived from on OpenSea. So every single hero that we're bringing into the game is directly built off of one of the NFTs that is in the Kingdom Warriors collection. And we went through and spent hours just cycling through all of the different NFTs we could find to find things that we thought were cool, that were exciting, so on and so forth. And we pulled them at random and said, okay, this number, I want this NFT in the project. So we've started with 64 heroes. They're going to be a part of the first initial launch. So there's 64 NFTs that are getting direct re-art and adaptation into the game, and they're going to be linked so that everybody can find them and go, oh man, I like that one, all that good stuff. But you're going to use your heroes in the fight to get them on the battlefield. You're going to equip them with tools. You're going to change the battlefield with the banners. The gameplay, the instance, change the gameplay in the moment, whether it be your turn or your opponent's. And location cards are going to be the really super awesome things that just absolutely alter the battle, because as we know, position changes everything in the kingdom. So I'm super excited about this, Eric. If you've got to take over from me at any point, you let me know, because I'll just keep talking, because this is just right up my alley, man.
So Hunter, one of the questions someone was talking about, is this kind of for the NFT holders? Like, what are some of the benefits? Like, you know, because at one time we were really studying the play to earn industry, which, you know, as all you guys know, the play to earn industry and NFT industry, crypto industry is actually coming back, and it's definitely not going away. Blockchain's not going away, but the play to earn industry and the kind of the NFT gaming industry. It's funny. I interviewed Sean Bowles at NRB about it, and he was saying like it got too much into greed, into profit and money, that it just like the whole industry just bubbled and kind of crashed. You know, it wasn't really, no one was doing, and which does give us, you know, over the next few years, an opportunity to really build it in a kingdom way that's not all just, oh, buy low, sell high, and all profit driven, and, you know, take money out of the markets and all the, you know, greed based gaming. It has to be a good as a game first, you know, versus just about money. You can't think of a game like a stock, because gamers, they like playing games. They pay to play games because they enjoy it. It's fun. So that's why they pay to play. They don't get paid to play video games. So anyways, going back to the topic of, you know, how this will be good for even the NFT holders and the value for the future for the holders on OpenSea and those types of things, and bringing awareness, which the film is going to bring awareness, and this game is going to bring a lot of awareness. So talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, so one of the cool things to me about it is, like, with that database and with us basing every single hero card off of an NFT directly, the exciting thing is, to me, like, okay, if there turns out to be a card that ends up being like a gameplay favorite across the industry, you know, what is the fight going to look like to own the NFT for that card? You know, to me, that becomes a really cool thing. Like, if you know, for instance, this specific card that's on screen, Counselor Rain, if he ends up being just this super cool card that everybody wants, he's one of our Bringers Guild leaders. If he's a card that everybody wants, what does that do to his NFT? You know, does does that increase the value of that NFT because people go, man, I love this card. This is my favorite card. I don't just want to own the physical card. I want to own the art behind the card. I want to own the link behind that, where it came from. That kind of thing to me is a super cool thing, as well as the fact that, just like you said, bringing awareness back to the NFT project as a whole in the long run. You know, it's kind of like incognito in the moment where we're, you know, playing the game and people are doing the thing and they're going to the database to get information about different cards and learn about the different ways that they could be collecting. You know, we're working really hard with our distributors in, or I should say our printers and suppliers in China right now, trying to negotiate how we're going to do all the packs and everything. We've had long conversations about, you know, when people open a pack, we want to make sure that the pack has got this kind of card in it and this kind of card, and it's laid out a certain way and they can know what to expect, so that when people get to doing the you know, card openings, because that's like, in my heart, it'd be super cool to open TikTok one day and see somebody live streaming opening Challengers of the Realm cards. Like that would be a cool moment for me, you know. But we want to make sure that expected experience of, we're trying to pull Counselor Rain today. We're trying to get one of these really cool cards. I think that affects everything.
Hunter Lorlin is one of our new KW members. She came beyond to the membership after the NFT project last year. She said, "What is NFT? How do I invest? I have an idea." So for people who do want the NFTs, where do they need to go? OpenSea, right?
Yeah, OpenSea is the best place they can.
So, Brooke, can you drop for Laura Lynn, show her how to go on OpenSea?
And if I remember right, we're giving away a couple today too.
Oh yeah, we are giving away a couple. So you're in a good place if you don't have any.
Good place to be. Cool. Well, I'll continue on if you're good. So I've been working with my team day in and day out. We are taking every one of those NFTs, and as well as all these different ideas for different cards that we have. And my team has been doing everything in their power to bring this art to life, bring Eledria to life in an all new way. You know, really pulling full body art together, understanding what these characters look like, what the world looks like, so to speak. We're trying to kind of develop that, because like I said, when God showed me this, it wasn't, hey, make a card game. It was, this is the story, and this is how we launch the story. And in the long run, what I would really love to do is, what these artists are working really hard to do for us, is to take all of this art, and just like many IPs have done in the past, is launch on this product and then end up with an animated series, end up with a video game, end up with you know, comic books and all that good stuff based right in this storyline, right in this era of Eledria, so to speak, and do it all with this art style that's just unique to what we're doing. So these guys have been, I mean, day in and day out, I'm messaging with Ted and Dathan, and they are literally taking every NFT, looking it over, going, man, how do I convert this into what I'm seeing? And they're imagining them in motion, and they're imagining them in fights and all this different situation and different scenarios. And then also creating new art that's totally based in like the concepts of what we're building with the cards. Like this card that's on screen now, Insight, which is one of our bringer banners. And for the bringers, you put that banner on the field. Now, every time your opponent draws a card, you get to see a glimpse into their strategy, because that's the bringer way, you know. But getting that art in those pictures into reality has been their project, and it's super awesome to see it developing more and more. But man, this other side of my team that I haven't talked about yet is we've got a team of devs that are actually already exploring the digital adaptation of the game to bring the game in the long run to iPhones and Androids and Steam and Xbox and PlayStation, to be able to have a digital form of the card game. But they've already developed this. This is an actual screenshot from our companion app that's for the game, so that you can actually keep up with all the game mechanics, and keep up with all the stuff that's going on in the game without having to write it on paper. A lot of games like this, when you start talking about trading card games and games in this field, you actually have to play with a piece of paper beside you to log, you know, where your health's at, what your opponent's got damage wise, all this stuff has to be kept up with. But these guys have got to work with them for a long time now, and they've worked really hard getting this little application together, so that you guys will be able to download it for free. And when you play the game, you can keep up with all those stats right then and there, and you don't have to figure out where was my health at? Shoot, did I add that right? All that stuff. They're working on calculators and all that stuff so that the game can play as simply as possible. So I'm super excited about that. They're doing a really good job, as well as working towards that database that we talked about. We got to partner, Eric. We're super excited about this. We got to partner with LaunchBoom. LaunchBoom is a killer corporation that has been behind some products that I'm sure that many of the people in this room know about. If you've seen an ad for Dr. Squatch soap, if you've seen an ad for the Bible video game that's on its way out, they've been able to work with some pretty big companies to do campaigns for Kickstarter. And the idea here is that we're getting ahead of the game, and we're kind of pre-launching to start taking pre-orders and understand what our look is. But the idea is leading up to this big launch on Kickstarter. And we're taking pre-orders now. We're working towards our email lists and all that good stuff and getting advertisements out there. But it's all building up to a Kickstarter launch where we're going to be able to give people the best opportunity that they can for being day one to get into the project, to have Generation 1 cards, and to be a part of backing this thing to its fullness. But LaunchBoom's an awesome partner that we've got that 92% of the campaigns that they have launched with have funded. So we're super confident and what we're doing, and we're super excited about what's coming next. So here's my big moment for you. This is what I need from the Kingdom Warriors community. If you haven't yet, head over to the link. I think they put it in all the comments. Head over to the link, get.challengersoftherealm.com. Throw your email in there and get it there. It gives you the opportunity to pre-order for $1. Here's the idea with this. This is, for one thing we need to clarify first is we're right now, the launch is US only. So we're working to try to figure out what international is going to look like. I'm working with the LaunchBoom team and several other options to figure that out. But at the moment, I'm US only, just because it was what we could get going. This is not our long-term solution. It's just where we're at right now. So if you're international, work with us. We'll get there. The goal is to get international as well. It's just a matter of how we sequence this out and work it out. But if you're US based, if you're mainland based, you can pre-order right now. You head over there. It's $1. That gives you a secured lock on one of the booster boxes. So what's in a booster box? And I know people are looking at this going, oh my goodness, I don't know this world. What's in a booster box? A booster box is going to contain 36 packs. If you've ever been to the store and seen Pokemon cards in the little foil pack, it's going to contain 36 of those packs. Each pack is going to contain 10 cards, and of those 10 cards, 2 of them in a booster pack for this first generation. I don't think this will ever happen again. But for this first generation of cards, there's going to be 2 guaranteed holographic cards in every pack. And every pack is going to have a 19% chance of pulling one of our legendary cards. We have, if I remember right, we have 21 legendary cards total.
Hey, Hunter, we have some people that are asking about like the one, shout out to all the people who have already got their reservation.
Oh, yeah.
Already did that. And then 2, we have some people asking about if they can do multiple.
Yeah.
If they can.
So just do it with a separate email. If you want to do more than one, just throw in another email, a husband's email, wife's email, make a Google email for free, whatever you got to do. It's all email based. For every email we've got a slot locked up. The idea is when we go live on Kickstarter, there'll be enough slots there for all of our email list to get the good deal. So here's what we're doing. We're doing those 36 packs, 10 cards a piece, which means that at the end of the day, for doing the pre-order, you're getting 360 cards. And that's crazy in the sense of what we're looking at cost-wise. Because if you go right now and you Google Magic the Gathering's latest release or Pokemon's latest release, you're going to find right now, I think the one for Magic is called is a Doctor Who expansion or something like that, if I remember right. But when they release a new card set, you're talking about a 24 booster pack costing $250. That's pretty common in the industry. You know, 150 is even a low common for a lot of times for the for like 12 packs or something like that. Or if you're buying individual packs, Magic the Gathering's latest release was $25 per pack. So what we're doing with this pre-order, we're giving the booster box with 36 packs for anybody that pre-orders. We're giving it to them for $99. Let's get you 36 packs for $99. That means you're getting them at under $3 a pack. So it's a super awesome idea. I see the comment that just popped up on the screen. Will the international have the same opportunity to get these Gen 1 cards? That's my hope. My hope is that by the time we're going live on Kickstarter itself, we are completely internationally capable. I just have had some limitations when it comes to input, output, import export taxes and all that good stuff that I'm just trying to figure out and make sure we've got our ducks in a row. That whole, count the cost before you start building, but I want to make sure that all that gets taken care of. And I do see another comment from Susan. She says she made a mistake and pre-ordered via the same email twice. Is there a way for me to move one of them to another email address? Susan, if it let you do the same email twice, I'm going to be able to see the transaction for each one, and we'll go by the transaction in that case. So we'll be fine. You'll be fine the way it is. But yeah, if you haven't yet, if you can, it's $1. All we're asking for is $1 now. This helps us to understand what our audience is looking like for the release. We don't have an actual launch date on Kickstarter yet. We're working with Launch Boom and several other variables that could have the launch be, in the next month or maybe the next 2 months. We're just kind of trying to play it by ear and make sure we do right by the product and right by the timing of everything. So just be praying with us for guidance, praying with us for wisdom on how to do the launch, how to work through each individual thing, because we are working with a huge team that's looking at all the metrics on the back end and making sure we're getting the best available opportunity we've got. But if you can, take a moment, get.challengersoftherealm.com, lay your $1 pre-order. There's also another link, Brooke, I think you shared it already, that is for the link tree for Challengers of the Realm. This is the other way you can help me. It doesn't matter where you are for this one. There's a link tree link going in for Challengers of the Realm that will take you to a landing page that's got a button that says Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Discord, all of those different places, and go join those communities. If you can go like us on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff, like the pages. That's where I'm posting as regularly as I possibly can. I am posting updates on what we're doing, new artwork. We've been putting these speed art videos up, Eric, that I really love, where we're taking all the process of them taking the NFT art and turning it into what we're doing. And we're just fast forwarding it at like 9,000% and letting you guys see the process. And it's super cool. They're like 3 minutes long. I love watching them. So if you haven't gotten to do that yet, follow us on those pages so that you can keep up with the latest. I'm giving updates as regularly as possible there. Pre-order.
And the Facebook ads are coming from Facebook. So if you guys can, like the Facebook page. I just put it right there in the comments. And then BC just put all the links. But Facebook's a really important one because that's where the rest of the world, that is the outside world, is going to see this. So as they see you guys hearting it, as they see you guys liking it, because sometimes when something comes up and it's new, they may be like, oh, is this legit or not? So the more you guys legitimize it by hearting it and liking it and like those type of things, it helps.
And the super awesome opportunity that we have in that space, is like, I love this about Kingdom Warriors and what we've built with Eledria, is that, we've built this kingdom-minded project that's built around kingdom principle, that's built around kingdom mentality, that's built around, for lack of a better way of saying it, the moral high ground, the righteous way of standing. And we've built all this lore with that in mind. But we've been, as my dad always says, Jehovah sneaky. God's just slipping all the concepts in there and all the biblical mindsets and what we do biblically in culture, and we're packaging it in a specific way that we can reach the world and go after the world as a whole in this community that, like we said, $38 billion a year. It's a massive community that needs Jesus, that doesn't have even a scope of what righteousness looks like. So we've got this awesome opportunity with a card game that on the surface just looks like a really awesome game and has all this stuff, but all over the lore is just little tidbits of things that are concepts and mindsets that are kingdom based. So we're super excited to have the opportunity to really, get after this world, to shake this industry, and to see the kingdom really light up, like we're talking about Everlight Day, light it up for the kingdom,
So good. So I wanted to bring up Brooke, Timothy, and Rob to just share on what you're excited about with the future of Kingdom Warriors Studios. Everything from the film, the game, to anything you want to share for the community on how we're shining a light during this time. And even though it does look like there's darkness that's rising from wars in the Middle East, wars in Russia and Ukraine, like all the different rumors of World War III, all that stuff, how we can, for our family, for our friends, for our communities, be a light. Timothy, you want to start?
Yeah, I'll start by saying that there's a development here that's happening that, Eric, you probably saw 2 years ago, but the light bulbs are going on, literally, like the light is going on as we launch these different aspects or projects underneath the umbrella of Kingdom Warriors. I mean, we have Kingdom Warriors Studios, we have the game, we got music popping up at different places, we got creatives kind of behind the scene doing some experiments even right now. And so I get really, really pumped up when somebody like Hunter says, hey, I'll do more than talk. Like, I'll actually put some time and some talent and just like into this. And it probably just started, like you said, with an idea, a vision, a dream. And then now it's happening. Like, this is happening. So I get really excited about the future, but I'm also very cognizant of the fact that the present has some supernatural, I want to be careful how I say this. This is a family-friendly show, but it has some supernatural, like kicking the enemy in the teeth. Like, it's already happening, like right now. And so there's a pragmatic side where, like, let's have some fun around the kitchen table or the living room table or the coffee shop with our friends. And whether you're 15, 16, 17, whether you're a teenager or whether you have kids who are teenagers, like, this is going to be something that you could all enjoy and connect over. And to me, that's where the enemy loses, is when that happens. And we're kind of broadcasting this on a holiday, and like people are like celebrating weird stuff, and it's like, okay, like you can do that, but we're going to do this. So this is really solid. Good job, Hunter. Good work.
Thank you, sir.
Brooke, go ahead. I know you guys give it up for Brooke. Brooke's been helping a lot of you guys behind the scenes, and man, just doing a ton. So you guys give it up for Brooke. She's been just a pillar with Kingdom Warriors in the past 6 months, really helping us stay organized. We do have a lot of projects we're working on, a lot of big dreams, and we've been in a stage because we ended up selling out of our project. So like, I don't know, 7-8 months ago. So we've been in a place where we're like, all right, God, where's the new funding going to come from? Now we have this film, but we haven't made a deal yet. So we have an asset, but we don't have resources from it. So we have investment in all these things, but we haven't seen the fruit from it. And that's probably for a lot of y'all's lives. A lot of y'all's lives feel like you've sown for years, or you've given, or you've spent your time and energy, and sometimes you don't see the fruit of it yet. So and that's the season with it. Really, I would say this year we had to get closer to God. We had to pivot and say, okay, we're going to go more towards Sound of Freedom, Jesus Revolution, studio, documentaries. And so we're leaning more on that and building our team around that. And we're also building our team around, okay, card game, even a Web 2 card game, where maybe the world isn't ready for 100% blockchain Web 3, but they are, the market and the data says they are super hungry for card games, and nobody is innovating in this space. So we're doing that. And we're seeing fruit from it. And so sometimes you gotta put your pride down and your ego and say, hey, maybe we saw the future a little bit too fast, because we're prophetic people, prophetic community. We see the future, we see the next 10 years, but maybe the world's not ready. Were they ready for Jesus? Some of them spit on Jesus. Some of them didn't accept Jesus because he wasn't how they wanted him to be. He came on a donkey. They were expecting him to come on a place and just destroy the Roman Empire, and he's like, no, it's not going to work like that. So anyways, Brooke, go ahead.
Amen. Yeah. It is such a blessing to be a part of this tribe. The people, the caliber of the people that have come in is just amazing. And there's just so many new people always joining us that God is just redirecting or bringing, or people feel something tugging on their heartstrings that, hey, we need more, we want more for not just today, but for our future generations. And a lot of people, definitely were excited about the NFTs when they first launched, because they were like, hey, this is something I can build for my children, my grandchildren. My friends and family spread the word. It's new technology, but that's why we should stay on top of it and be in front of it and learn, and not just say, well, I'll learn about it later, because by the time everybody catches up, it might be, too late to own some of these things, because they are going to be going rare and be under high demand. Once this card game comes out, those NFTs are really going to get a lot more publicity. So I would definitely recommend people, sweep the floor, grab them, go to OpenSea, check them out. If you have some, hold on to them, maybe more long-term than you were originally planning on. If you're going to flip them or something, be diamond hands, right? Because, it's all about what we can do to share the love and the good, to show that Everlight. We do want to fight back the darkness. We do want to take some territory for the kingdom and say, hey, we can do it just as well as everybody else out there. We had lots of different challenges last year, inspiring a lot of people to find their own inner kingdom warrior, where they themselves have dreams and visions, where they are bringing products to the forefront to society, that they can say, hey, even though I can come over here and support Kingdom Warriors and get in on their games and their activities and the projects that they're doing and sow into their ministry, I also have a calling on my life that I want to turn around and make some products. I want to write a book. I want to do something in the digital artwork space. I want to take the arts and entertainment mountain so that I can help be a part of this movement that is going on right now. And the more you link arms with people and network and come in here and see the tribe and like I said earlier, the caliber of the people in here, you will just be amazed at, the fluid thoughts and the ideas that just come out of everybody. There's no lack of ideas, as Timothy likes to always say, and that's where the weaver in me gets very excited, because we can all have different parts of the guild within us, where some days we flow and function in more of one of them than another. But we just appreciate the environment where we can be inspired. We can, learn. We can take advantage of the Web3 and the blockchain technology that is out there and that's available for us right now, that's brand new, that our children and grandchildren are going to continue to build upon. So we just thank you for everybody who has supported us, who continues to support us, and for the friends and family you guys are going to all go and reserve those cards for, and that are going to continue to join our tribe and just grow this movement.
Come on, so good. Come on, give it up for Brooke, you guys. And it is cool. That's what I love about the body of Christ. We're all able to bring what we can to Kingdom Warriors, to the kingdom of heaven, to, whether it's a family or your church or, whatever community you're associated with, we're all able to bring. And I think the more we can recognize that we all need each other. We need people to encourage us. We need people to love on us. We need people to, when times are tough and you're like, man, I've been trying this for a year, 2 years, and it feels like we're not getting breakthrough. It feels like we're still stuck. And like you see all the evil companies prospering, making billions, making tens of millions, and, serving our kids, serving, the customers we think we should be serving. And it can get disheartening, but if you have a community and you have a team that's like, no, let's keep praying, let's keep pressing in, let's keep pivoting where we need to, how do we need to position, how do we need to change our messaging, change our strategy, change something with our product, our design, how, like, are people not understanding the product, are they not understanding the message? And and we just, if we don't give up and we keep encouraging each other, we're going to win. Jesus has already won for us, but while we're here now, we still need to occupy till he comes back. We still need to stay on the marathon, right? It's not just a overnight instant, oh, Kingdom Warriors, we did well in 2022, we're done. No, this is the next 10, 20 years. We're going to be building and releasing movies and documentaries and games. And we're building something for a long-term legacy for our kids. And that's why I'm stoked about this dream and all this team. So just want to honor the team, honor all of you guys watching. Put in the comments, I am a warrior. You are a Kingdom Warrior. I am a Kingdom Warrior. So I want you to write that in the comments, because you guys, like, without this army of Kingdom Warriors, like we are as powerful as we believe we are, and as powerful as we understand our anointing and authority we have as we're together in union with Christ, in union with each other, and having love for each other. So, Robert, go ahead.
Thanks for having me on, guys. And there's a lot of wonderful things to say about Kingdom Warriors. And the thing is, when you walk in your anointing, the door is open, but you got to walk through that door. And what Kingdom Warriors is doing, especially with the Game Hunter, has been working very hard on, is he's breathing life back into these NFTs in ways that will really kind of bolster what you have and in your investment. And so with the games that people are going to be able to play across each other from a table, and to have seeds planted in what they're doing, it's going to be phenomenal. And Kingdom Warriors is going to really expand in popularity, and people will wonder what's different about this game compared to a Magic game or any of those other card games. And so it's an amazing time right now that we're in, and it's not what you're looking at, it's what you see. And Kingdom Warriors is something that will be a place that will grow many, many different type of projects that will be fruitful for millions and millions of people. And it's very exciting to be a part of. It's very exciting to walk alongside each and everybody here, not only on this screen, but each and every one of you watching either right now or later on. And so just get your popcorn ready, guys, because things are happening in ways that you got to be excited. You got to be excited because, wow. I mean, look at the artwork that's being generated from the original NFTs and what Hunter's doing and his team. And so it's exciting, guys. It's very exciting. So I appreciate you letting me to be on today.
Come on. And you guys, I want to just honor Rob as well. Rob has been sewing into Kingdom Warriors out of their own, Kingdom Warriors as if we're an ecclesia, which we are. We really, at the end of the day, we're basically just an ecclesia of people who are like dreaming of marketplace ministry through card games, through films, through studios. A lot of this stuff right now isn't profitable. Actually, nothing we're doing is profitable. It's all just putting seed into these projects and praying and that how we're going to position them in the marketplace to be profitable. But none of these projects are necessarily profitable. They're all just in seed phase. They're all in seed, pouring our time, energy, and resources and our money into it. And we know that we know the market. We do know business. We do know strategy. We know marketing. We know how to launch things. But right now, all these things we're doing are just collective community of believers, encouraging each other, loving each other, but also ideating, incubating, bringing in an accelerator for these ideas. And so, for Rob, sewing into this, putting time, energy, as we just bless you and your wife, and Hunter as well and his family. He's, Hunter has just been his family sewing into this. Hunter's putting his own money into this stuff, his own, reputation, his own credit cards into this, so we can build this thing. And so, yeah, we just want to even declare and pray into Hunter and his family for sewing into this dream. Hunter's a youth pastor, but Hunter believes he can reach more youth through a card game than he can as a youth pastor for 10 years. Hunter, do you want to talk about that a little bit, about like what would it look like if we had $100 million card company? How much youth can we reach?
And I just think it's an amazing thing. I was talking to my father-in-law, who's also my pastor at our local body. Just the other day, we were talking about the game, and he's really excited. He's just been like, "Hey, what you need to do for it, go for it. This is a God thing." But it's been really amazing talking with him. I said, I had this realization the other day. What happens to local bodies when people can operate in this way, in this business mindset, this marketplace ministry mindset? If this is $100 million a year game, what does that do for the local body alone? Like we don't even have to get into the impact of all of that. I mean, if we're talking about, I don't know about you, but I believe in tithes. So if we're $100 million a year game and our local body can benefit from the tithe of that, like that's a massive opportunity for our local body to really sow into its community as a local state, but then also What can we do in the sense of, okay, we're $100 million card game. Now we can fund animations. Now we can fund video games. Now we can fund even more sources, eventual source of income, but also ways that we can impact people's mind and get these mindsets. Okay, they don't even realize it. They're playing this game and they're reading a card that says, you know, all trouble isn't trouble. And they're reading a card that says we get our peace from the source of light. We're reading the cards that talk about how strategies work and whatever else, and it's all biblical principle. And we watch how all of a sudden, you know, the mindset that's behind Aledria, the mindset that's behind this kingdom built thing can start integrating into culture, and they don't even realize it, and they're learning biblical principle. They don't even recognize it, and they're learning the righteous way to do things. And all of a sudden, now we're not just affecting a local youth group. Now we're affecting culture. And to me, I think that's the area that one of the areas the church has missed over the course of the last 20 years, 30 years. We've really missed this idea of impacting culture as a whole. And I think that projects like this, projects like the film series, a project like video game adaptations, projects like card game adaptations, comic books, anime, all of this kind of stuff can really reach a generation and help people to see that culture doesn't have to go the way that everybody's talking about it going right now.
Yeah, there's a new way. There's a light, you know. And a lot of the spiritual, I would say a lot of the spiritual, I think I made a post about it before this. A lot of the generation is seeking this stuff. They're seeking spirituality. They're seeking light. They're seeking, you know, this like cosmic. They look at the cosmos. They look at space. They look at all this stuff. They know there's something out there, but they want like authentic. They don't want just a religious system that's going to say you're too young, you have no value. Oh, just go be in the parking lot. Oh, you need to learn. You know, God's not ready to teach you yet. You got to learn your lessons. You got to work in corporate America for 20 years, and then after you get out of corporate America, maybe you can serve as a deacon in our church. You know, like they're not as hungry for this old guard system of just religious. You know, they want a family like where they can at 13 they could be a part of the family and help, you know, help in a project and put their creativity and their energy into something. Or at 18, you know, you're 18, you're like you're at a place you got to have some purpose. You know, people need purpose, and if they're going to find it in places where people are letting them belong and letting them feel like they're a part of something, you know. And if the church isn't that, then you know we got to do a better job as a church to, like the Jesus revolution, to the hippies felt like, look, I love Jesus and I love being a hippie, and I'm like, you know, but I don't feel comfortable in these places, you know. Or when I come in, they're like looking at me crazy and make me feel like I'm not welcome here, you know. So
there's always a tension, Eric, on what has been done and then what needs to be done. And so when it comes to people like Hunter and yourself and others, like we're putting something out there that has a creative force. You know, there's a term in the business world that many of you will know, angel investor. Well, what if we're the angel investors with a little bit of our time, our talent, our gifts, maybe a few dollars to kind of seed fund something. But when we all crowdfund together, like we're talking about, and get this game on the tables, get this game in the homes, get this game into the locker rooms, get this game into the, like wherever, whatever it is, then at that point you're a micro angel investor. Like that's what you're doing. And when people say, ask you a question like, are you an investor? You can honestly say, yes, I am an investor in Kingdom Projects. This is part of what I'm doing. I invest all sorts of resources. It's not just money. It's a lot of different resources. But at the end of the day, you get enough people doing that. What do you got? You got a movement. You got a movement of people who are investing all different ways. And so now we're at a place where we have to actually start thinking about, okay, we got 20 ideas on the table. And literally, which one can we put on the table? Well, we got game. We got the movie that's been kind of the series that's being built out. People can watch that. We get the NFTs. We can throw that into our digital mix of assets and investments and things like this. And They're not your traditional investments, but those are the fun ones, the ones that aren't normal, the ones that are different, because they have the potential to impact culture, like Spencer was saying, in a very different way. They capture attention. I'm in the marketing space, and to some degree, we all are, because we're in the communication world. We're communicating the kingdom, and the currency of marketing and communication is attention. And what's being produced here is grabbing a lot of attention in a very short period of time. So super fun. I just wanted to share kind of that angel investor. Like, we're all angel investors. Like, we need to start embracing that. If you've invested time, talent, or money into Kingdom Warriors or any similar kind of project, put angel investor in the comments, because you are an angel investor. Just put it in the comments. I'm an angel investor, or I'm an angel investor, just to kind of speak it out, type it out.
Yeah, you guys are. You guys are investors in culture, kingdom shaping projects, movements, things that are going to shift atmosphere, shift culture. And so, thank you guys. It's a big deal. We're getting to a point here in the next few weeks where we're about to be raising capital from even more like accredited investors that are putting a minimum of $50,000 checks. So be praying for that, for the 50,000 checks plus people, because we do need those people. We had a couple that really helped us with the film, that helped us on a higher level, and the film would not have happened if that wouldn't happen. We wouldn't have landed John Rhys Davies if that wouldn't happen. Like, so I need, if you guys can pray, put the dollar in, sow the dollar, and we declare just increase and blessings for this whole project and the whole movement for it. But then two, if you guys can help us pray over these next 30, 60, 90 days, as we're about to raise a minimum of $1 million in the next 90, 120 days. So if you guys can pray over that. And we've even had some people come to me recently. They're like, hey, we're about to receive an inheritance, and like they're about to receive like some wealth in our community that are going to invest in Kingdom Warriors. So just thank you guys for even the people who have been messaging me like, hey, I'm about to receive, inheritance. I'm about to receive this. And I want to, part of it, I want to own some equity in Kingdom Warrior Studios and all the things you guys are building. Like, that just encouraged me so much as I got these messages recently of people that are getting big sums of money and thinking like, look, I want to have equity in this. I believe in you, Eric. I believe in what Hunter, Timothy, all you guys are building, and you guys are stewarding this thing. And even though it's, I mean, I would say last year we were profitable last year. And this year, the next couple of years, as we're about to launch our film and other stuff, like we're going to see real fruit over these next really few years. I really believe next year is a huge year for us. This year really was kind of like 2022 was huge for us. And then this year I would say, was kind of resetting and getting the foundation and really focusing like, okay, we have all these big ideas, music, film, media, but we can't do everything. We can't be the biggest media company and the biggest film company and the biggest production company that goes and does the films or animation. So you got to focus. And so this was a year of, we ended up getting the co-founder of Pray.com on our board. He helped us focus and dial in. We ended up landing Sebastian, who created Public Square, $300 million app, took it to IPO. He's on our board as well, helping us, and owns equity. So some people who have already created $100 million plus companies are now on the board of directors saying, Eric, I present them our ideas, we present them our plans, and they could tell us, hey, that's probably not going to work. Here's why. I've already been through that battle. You don't want to do that. I've already stepped on that landmine. You don't want to do that. Here's what you should do. So we have great people helping lead and make sure that we're stewarding and going to grow. So yeah, if you guys could be praying, amen. Thank you guys for thinking about that. We do have ways to, if you have a 401k and you want to put 50,000 of that, we have partners who can help with 401ks to put some of it in a self-directed IRA and have equity in Kingdom Warrior Studios, the corporate entity that will that all the films we ever do, all the games, all the stuff, because we want to get more funding for these projects, for Challenges of the Realm, for Legends of Eladria, for the next Legends series. we already have John Reese Davies who wants to be. We're going to shoot him in the current one that we have. We're actually going to go shoot him, so he'll be in it, and then we're going to get him to be in the next one. So we need to get his deposit for the next film. Yeah. So that was just a little bit. That was just a little bit Everlight Day, you guys. Come on, put Everlight in the comments. But man, we're so stoked, you guys. Over the past couple of years, November was when we first started the LLC, Eternal Realities. Andrew Snow and I, with $50,000, we started with, and just some faith and a lot of time and energy during those first 6 months. You know, it was just like 80-hour weeks. You know, just in Discord, on Discord all day, just like pumping up everyone, getting excited, building the community. But honestly, it's been like the most fun thing. Like when I look at my future it was forever different from just spending time thinking about Kingdom Warriors, spending time with warriors, spending energy on what would a Kingdom Warrior community look like. And yeah, we're 2 years old, so we're starting to walk now. But I believe we are coming a time where we're going to start running and start flying and start, you know, at an accelerated pace. You know, at 2 years old, we're walking and we're starting to get some legs on us. But I believe we're going to be accelerated after 3 years, 4 years. We're really going to start flying. So we thank all of you guys, and the light you guys shine, your guys' energy, even when you sow in money, when you put in your time, when you put in your comments, every comment you put, like that love, that frequency, we receive it. We get pumped back up. We get realigned with, okay, God, you put us here for a reason. You have us here building for a reason. Like, yeah, we don't see the fruit overnight. We're not supposed to see the fruit overnight. Proverbs actually says, if you gain, you know, too much wealth instantly, you know, you actually are like, it's actually not the right way to do it, but to build it, you know, slowly but surely over time. And I think you still can build relatively in like in a healthy way, but ultimately, you know, people who just win the lottery without having a kingdom mindset for stewarding millions, they actually just blow it all and they get back on drugs, or they just, you know, end up having family problems because they give it to their family and they're all having, now their family's all doing drugs or not stewarding it right. So, you know, actually building too fast sometimes can kill and crush organizations and people. So we're actually stoked that we're growing at a healthy pace over that last 2 years, and we're going to continue growing and pivoting and praying and positioning ourselves in the market to say, God, what are we supposed to be doing in this season? What is, you know, it's not all about profits, it's about purpose. You know, what is our purpose in this project to do? And the profit, the money will come. You know, we want the impact, we want God's glory to be shown through our projects. So who wants to pray us out, you guys?
I got you. God, we're just your kids playing in a really fun sandbox, and we just thank you so much for the ability to have creative moments, ideas, concepts, the time and the resources that you've given us to be able to steward that, to push that into projects and other things that are so impactful. You remind me sometimes of the question of what am I doing today? What are we doing today that will affect the world hundreds of years from now? And this is one of those times. And I just thank you for the ability to be a part of that. We ask you for your open doors, blessings. We ask you for closed doors on things that don't make sense for right now. The timing's not right. We ask you for open doors that are wide open and clarity. There's some things about you that are mysterious, but you don't like to keep good things from your kids. So we ask you for clarity on those good things, that those doors would just fly wide open. Those who are investing, that they would see the fruit from that investment with their time, with their money, with their other resources. There would just be an abundance, a mindset shift. Even that alone, just thank you for that, God, that there would be an abundance mindset that just starts changing the steps, and your light directs us. We see that light in front of us and we walk in that way, and we thank you for that in Jesus' name.
All right, last words of hope. Brooke, go ahead for the KW community.
Yeah, I just want to. Okay, I just want to thank everybody for being here for the long haul. You know what I mean? We had fun over the last year, kicking it all off, getting to know each other, growing the tribe. And like Eric said, we're just getting started. We're just baby crawling, and we need to get walking and then start running. So we just appreciate all of you who are here watching live, that are going to catch the replay, that are going to share it with your friends and family members, and let them know to take advantage of this amazing opportunity to share the love
Yeah, we
of the
forgot
kingdom.
to do the giveaway too, Brooke.
Yeah, we have a yeah, so we've got it ready. We definitely want to thank you as another way of all the people who have been here and showing up and dropping comments in the live feed today, whether you were on Facebook or YouTube. We got a couple special giveaways that I'll let Eric go into more detail. But yeah, we're just encouraged that you guys are here. We need the community. We need fellowship. The Bible says, do not forsake it, because, iron sharpens iron, right? Literally with the swords that we're carrying around here as warriors. So we just thank you for everything that you do for us. And we just encourage you to continue to invite your friends and family in.
Yeah, and also one free thing you guys can do is, of course, when you see us on social media, put a heart, put a comment. But another free thing is on our email list. Make sure you're on the email list. If you're not, go to kingdomnfts.com, put your name in one of the event email, so you'll be on the email list. But respond to our emails, reply to it, say thank you for this email. Do those types of things, and also mark it as important. Like, mark the email as important. Make sure if you don't see our emails, go to your spam folder and mark it as important. Mark it into primary. That's really going to help you stay up to date. Second thing is, as we're raising capital, and we already got some commits, some verbal commits, and some people putting some money so we can start getting our projects and our staffing and our stuff really flowing again. We're going to start doing our 5-day events again. Put 5 days if you guys want us to get back to it. We're going to start doing our 5-day events, bringing in speakers, amazing people, to really just bring free value to you guys, but also our holding community, our people, but also the rest of the world. Invite your friends. Say, hey, you want to taste and see the Kingdom Warrior Tribe? Like what they're building in arts and entertainment and film, media, gaming, and just public speaking and transformational experiences. We're going to start doing those again and put money into these events and put money into advertising these events, because that's our, that's the best way I know how to, one, bring value to the world, but two, how to just let people taste and experience us. We can play music here. We can show visuals of what we're building. We can also just tell our stories. Revelation talks about the power of our testimony, the power of our stories and what we've overcame, and the other stories of other warriors that are going to share their story and how they built successful things by having to overcome trials and tribulations. It's really going to encourage people to now set them free, to set them to transform them into, wow, like if he can do it for an ADD, ADHD, B, C student, D student, college dropout, then goes back and finally finishes college somehow. If Eric can do it, then I can maybe do something, because I used to just have to look up at these people that I was inspired by and be like, dude, like I had to hear their stories. I had to get around them. I had to get in these events, and I started seeing that, like, man, maybe I was selling myself short. Maybe the narrative I had in my head was this way. It wasn't the Kingdom Warrior narrative. It was the, like, baby, I'm scared of everything. Like, and in my head, I was just like, just like old, I was drinking milk when God was trying to get me on steak, and I was still just scared to get off the milk, So we want to put you in that atmosphere and help you invite other people to do that. So, Hunter, do you want to share about what they're all going to get? And then we're going to draw for, we'll start with the box. You guys, I want you to put in the comments, Challenges of the Realm box. I want to hear who wants it. Challenges of the Realm. Say, I want to get this Challenges of the Realm box. It's going to be epic. I'm excited to get my first box. That box is so cool that you guys designed, and the cards, the holographic cards, and the cellophane, and even like Hunter and the team are working on attention to detail to everything from the box to each foil pack. Talk a little bit about the design and how cool it's going to be when people get the box and get all the stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, the box is super cool. Right now we're in mock-up phase. So what we get to show everywhere is just like a virtual mock-up. So it's really awesome. But I've gotten all the production samples from the guys out and the suppliers and stuff that are really excited about doing it. And, you know, it's high quality stuff, same kind of stuff you'd get if you went into a store today and looked for a Magic the Gathering box or a Pokemon box or a Yu-Gi-Oh box. If you looked at those booster boxes, that's the same kind of quality stuff we're getting for all of our stuff. So we've been working really hard on branding that out and making it look like what we want it to look like, and getting a visual idea, as well as like the foil packs that are covered in all of our characters, you know, and all that good stuff. I think that's all good creative items. But yeah, the box that we're going to give away right now is a 36 pack box, 10 cards per pack. So there's about 360 cards in there, and they're going to be all of our original 150 designs. So you got a chance to get, I mean, you could get all of them. It's a really small chance, but you could get every card, you know. But it'll be enough to build a few decks out of. You know, the game is playing on average in our play tests. We're seeing most people play with somewhere between 45 and 55 cards in their actual play deck. So 360 cards should give you enough cards to start your collection and get some different strategies built. So we're really excited about this. So I've had Brooke pulling together all the names of everybody that's been commenting, and we're giving you this last couple of seconds. If you haven't commented on the stream yet, do me a favor, comment. If you haven't commented, comment right now, because we're taking all the names from the comments and we're throwing them in, and we're rolling a what do you call it, a picker or whatever to pick the winner. So I'm going to talk randomly for another 60 seconds and I'm going to give you a minute to get a comment. And if you haven't gotten a comment, so you got your opportunity. Here's the idea. I want you to know this is an Amazon.com. Winning today does not mean you get your cards tomorrow. We are in the process of production. So when we will keep track of this winner, we'll keep track of all the information. Brooke's awesome at all that. And when we actually get to launch the game and we're fulfilling the Kickstarter down the line, you're going to get your box then. So don't message me in a couple of weeks and be like, where's my box at, Hunter? Because it won't be there. I promise it won't. We're working, we're working towards it, but we're going. So I think we're there. I think I've given you an extra 60 seconds. If that's the case, Brooke, are we still at the same space, or do I need to change my stuff? Good to go. Okay. All right. I'm going to roll this, and I'm going to message you what you need, and then you can tell me who won.
All right, let me get us some music. Let me get us some music real quick. 1 second.
The anticipation.
The anticipation.
Oh my gosh, this is awesome. So Laura Lynn Gromit, she is our winner today.
Come on, Laura Lynn.
Our new person joining into the tribe. So congratulations, Laura Lynn. I will be reaching out to you, or you can touch base with me also.
Come on, Laura Lynn. Congrats, you guys. Give it up for Laura Lynn in the comments. All right, and then was that for the box or the NFTs?
That was the box. You said you wanted to do the box first, so we did the box.
Okay, give her an NFT too. Brooke, send her the videos on how to set up a wallet. Let's give her an NFT too. So we'll give 3 NFTs away. We're feeling generous, so we're gonna. And then now we got 2 people for more NFTs. Because Hunter's gonna blow up these NFTs art with this card game, and then everyone's gonna want to have some ownership of these NFTs like you guys do, and some of you guys are going to.
By the way, for those who have listed their NFTs on OpenSea, now's a good time to jump them up to 2, 3, 4 ETH. Like, this is the time. This is what you want to do.
Yeah.
Come on. All right, Hunter, go ahead.
Brooke, you got it.
Okay, so for our first NFT winner, it is Nancy Castaneda. Congratulations, Nancy. I think she's one of our generals.
Come on, Nancy.
Okay,
come on, Nancy, you're a blessing.
And our second NFT winner, we've got Crystal Travis was pulled. Wow.
Come on. Hey. Crystal and Nancy. Man, that's so cool. Both both of you guys have been huge advocates, huge supporters, always showing us love. And you guys, like, honestly, like, this is like, I mean, Hunter could say this as well, for as working on getting something off the ground. Like, it's a lot of, it could be a lot of, like, it could be stress and emotional energy. I mean, and we got to stay in faith and stay encouraged, but it could be tough sometimes as you're trying to build these things from scratch. And this, this project has, like, sometimes, like, even with, marriage and kids and family, like, I was giving everything to Kingdom Warriors, and my kids and my wife are like, man, we need more of you too. Like, like the same energy you give to Kingdom Warriors, you need to give to us. And I'm like, and I got convicted, like, dang, you guys are right. Like, I need to be giving the same energy to my family as Kingdom Warriors, but I go all in when I go in on for you guys. And so anyways, I guess in saying that, you guys, like Crystal, Nancy, Laura Lynn, people, Kathy, Brooke, like Rob, when people are like, putting their energy back into, showing love and supporting, and it's just cool to see it reciprocate to where randomly you guys are also getting honored and blessed through Holy Spirit, random generation. But it means a lot. Like, when you guys, you guys are being on live today, like, just shows, 44 people were on live today. Those 44, like, it gives us good energy and good, like belief, like, come on, let's stay the course, and even when there was our first, 5-10 people that, supported us, and, all the people who support on the replays, but it really does bring a lot of, it encourages us to keep running together, because, and we got a big team, we got a big dream, and, we can only really sustain it, obviously, with, either we're volunteering or we're getting our payroll and stuff. So that's why we're raising capital, so we can get our team, to even be paid, to be on salary, to be on staff, to be able to help us continue to do this, and, like, even not think about bills, think about, oh, I got to work this job that I hate and then come to Kingdom Warriors, and, like, so anyways, just keep praying for us as we're navigating. But it means a lot as you guys are supporting.
Hey, and if anybody sees their warriors coming out in these cards, please make sure you drop some comments, make a post, share it with us, celebrate that, one of your warriors got chosen, had favor over it with this release of the first gen of the cards coming out.
Come on. Awesome, Brooke. So any final thoughts on Brooke admin or things we have coming up, planning, and also Kingdom Warriors U? I don't know, Kingdom Warriors U, does the link for Kingdom Warriors U, does it let people do the monthly right now, or is it only the yearly option?
You can do yearly and monthly, although we might be revisiting some of how we're going to do that, because in the Kingdom Warriors U, Eric has some shows where he talks to some experts and does some interviews. We've got Andrew Waitlin had been in there doing some prophetic voices for everybody, and we're going to have some more guest speakers in that type of realm. And then we got Freedom Fridays with Aaron Jennings, who talks about scalability, growing your business, and just in general how to market and network, all these kingdom business dreams and visions that have been dropped in your guys' soul, that you want to get out there and continue to create and make more awesome content for everybody. So if you're interested in joining that, definitely hit us up, let us know, and we can spread some more information on it.
Send a DM to Brooke if you guys want to get in the Kingdom School and you guys will need help launching and staying consistent and encouraging for launching your own project. Get in kingdomwarriorsU.com. And I don't know if the $97 a month option is on there, but if it's only the yearly, but let Brooke know and we'll work on getting you the monthly. And we're working on getting that to the monthly option so you guys can start doing that instead of having to do it upfront.
If you guys are new holders of NFTs, if you guys are going out there and getting some, or you won some today, we also have a private NFT only holder group where we drop a lot of cool alpha information, or you might hear something over there first before it gets presented on the main platform. So we definitely recommend, joining the tribe over there also. So please feel free to reach out to me directly, or you can email us at service@kingdomwarriorsu.com. If you need any assistance, we have customer service tickets we can open if you need something specifically, or if you win one of our prizes along the way. So we are here to help you guys. So definitely interact with us. Let us know what you love and how you share the light and shine on Everlight Day.
Come on, you guys. We'll see you guys in the emails in the group. Go live. We'll love to hear you guys go live. Tell us again who you are, what you're doing in this season. keep going live. You guys feel free to just, we don't want people spamming or posting links and like stuff but we want you guys to share your story, who you are, what some of your purpose is, and how even what you were excited about by what you saw today. Ask questions about the game. Hunter and the team will answer questions in the group. And so, yeah, man, it's a family business. God said, about my Father's business. We want to be about our family. We promote, our staff, our teams, like we promote family, we promote family values. We don't just talk about it, but we actually live it. Our staff and our team, we're all about family, and, family is a big deal. So we don't want people, separating family life from kingdom life. So blessings, everyone. We love you guys. Go shine light today and be a blessing. Peace.